Hi guys. I would like to make stream on game Tumbleweed, which is actually a game that I discovered really recently, but I really like it. It's really the game that I discovered recently that I really like the most, to be honest. It seems really insane, and I would like to share a little this. Uh, So I'll make first a general presentation and maybe a brief analysis of a game so that you can see how it's going on. So first, I'm gonna start with the rules. So in Tumbleweed, you're playing on a board, an hexagonal board like this, and here it's 8 by 8, but it could be 6 by 6 or something. At the very first move, the first player put two stacks like this on the board. So it's a one red and a one white actually. And the second player will decide if he want to play with red or if he want to play with white. And red is starting. So now it's red to play. Okay. So first, what is the goal of the game? The goal will be to make a bigger territory than your opponent. So basically, it's a territory game like, for instance, Go, if you're a Go player. Um, you just need to have a bigger territory than the opponent to win the game. This is the basis, but now how do you build this territory? So this is the start. Okay, so you have a one stack red and a one stack white, and you have a neutral two stack gray in the center. It's always like this in Tumbleweed game. And now it's not like Go where you can play all over the board. Okay, so this is probably the main difference between Go and Tumbleweed. In Tumbleweed, you can play only on a place that one on your previous stack can see, and you see in lines. Okay, so it means I can play there, 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 there. I can play there. I can play there, there, there. Okay, but I cannot play there, for instance, because I don't have a red stack who is actually seeing it. Okay, so let's say that I play this, and now white gonna play, let's say this. Okay, now if I play there, it's a two stack. Okay, because two of my hexagons can see it. So it will be a two stack. Same for white. If you play there, it will be a two stack. Okay. Actually, you can also replace an existing stack and also capture a stack of the opponent if you put a bigger number. So it means that, for instance, let's say that red is playing there, white can take here, okay? Because you have here a 1, but white can put a 2, okay? So this is how you can capture the opponent stacks. Basically, it's almost everything with the rules. I will just show you probably how is the board in the end. Let's play a game on a very small board so that I can play really fast the moves. Let's say like this, and I can take the neutral. Okay, I'm playing really fast. It's not really important what I am actually doing. Okay, so at this point, as you can see, the game is over. I will explain why. At this point, there are no capture anymore. It's like these two cannot be captured by red because red can see it only 2 times. These 3 cannot be taken. Okay, and it's the same everywhere. So at this point, the game is over, and white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, and red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. So this game would be a win by red by 1. It's 10 against 9. Okay, the score is here on the left. So this is basically the game. You are building some numbers and you attack the stacks of the opponent, you're defending your own stack, and you're trying to make a territory, and your territory needs to be bigger than the opponent one. Okay, so this is okay for the rules. Now, let's pick an empty board, and let's say that this is the start. Red to play. Okay, so basically when you start to play, what's gonna be your goal? I mean, not in a long-term point of view, but I mean in something like a direct point of view. Well, you want to try to take an advantage really fast. Okay, if you want to do this, your goal will be to attack basically the opponent's stone, the opponent's stacks. Okay, for instance, let's say we are playing this, white is playing this. So your question could be, okay, how can I attack the opponent's stack? For instance, if I play there, I'm attacking the one here. Okay, for instance, if red is playing this, it means that the one is under attack because red can see 2 times this hexagon. So if it was again red to play, he could play a 2 there. Of course, you don't want to be removed from the game. So it means that white gonna have to defend his 1 here. So he can capture one of the attacking stack. It's possible. Here it's not possible because here you have a 2 red and it could be also a 2 white, but when someone put a 2, you cannot put a 2. You need to put a 3 or 4. So it's not possible to do this, and this one, it's the same. You see it only 1 time, so you cannot capture. So to defend, if you can capture, you can play something like this, okay? Actually, this one, defending the other one, because now this 2 cannot see anymore this one. He's seeing this one, okay? So this is how you can defend when you're attacked, and you can, for instance, red could play this to attack again this new one, okay, and then you will have to defend some other way. Well, here I'm not playing really seriously, just to show how it goes. So finally, if you're a Go player, at this point, you have some stuff that are maybe close. It's like you have a territory game, and you can attack these stones in Go, but the stacks of the opponent in Tumbleweed. And now we're gonna see how you can live with a group. This is something that also exists in Go. When you are attacked, how can you say, okay, now I don't need to play again there. I know that the opponent cannot kill me. So this is what is called living in Go, and it also exists in Tumbleweed. So for instance, let me show you this. Let's say I will just play some stupid moves at the beginning just to show you something. Okay, something like this. So now I will play, okay, let's say now, okay. Okay, I'm just playing this. So now, let's say you don't have the, well, let me reinforce this so that we won't consider the fact of taking. Okay, so now in this position, forgot all the red stacks on the right side and also the white stack on the middle. Just consider the top left. Just let's imagine that you are red. You are actually attacked. How can you make your group leave? Actually, you could be killed. Don't know if you see it, but this 2 is under attack by 1, 2, 3. So white could play a 3 there. And then these 2 could be also attacked by 3 white hexagon, and so it could be also attacked. So it means that actually if you play a 3 there, you're safe. These 2 cannot be killed because white can attack only with 2 hexagon. This 3 is alive because white can attack only with 3. This 2 is also safe. Only this 1 can be attacked and replaced by a 2 by white, but it would be useless because just after this, red could just take back, and so it doesn't give anything. Okay, so you have, for instance, these 6 hexagons are alive for red and cannot be killed anymore. So you have this concept in Tumbleweed, you can leave sometimes with really small group. For instance, let's say that white killed this and also this. Actually, these 4 stacks can be killed by white, but if it's red to play, if red play this, again, these 4 stacks are alive. As you can see, these 2 can be attacked only by 2 white stacks, so it cannot be killed. These 3 can be attacked by only 3 white stacks, so it cannot be killed, and the same of course for these 2 because it's symmetric, and so this cannot be killed. Okay, so this is how basically you play in Tumbleweed. You are trying to build some territories, attacking the stack of the opponent, defending your own stacks, trying to be alive when you are really attacked and you cannot do anything else. You can leave with a really small group. And in the end, for instance, the top left here with 2, 3, 3, 2 is 4 points for red actually, because you control 4 hexagons, so it's 4 points, okay? So being alive instead of dying, it's basically obtaining some points in the end, so it's important. Okay, so at the moment, I guess you have basically everything to play Tumbleweed. You have the rules, which are actually really simple. You have the basic concept of attacking the opponent's stack and defending your own stacks, and trying to leave if you are attacked by the opponent also in a really small area. Basically, all of this exists in Go, in the game of Go, of course, if you know it. Now we're gonna see that we have also some really big difference with Go in Tumbleweed. Let me show you. So the first, let's say this is the the opening. I'm smiling because this is the opening chosen by my opponent in my last Tumbleweed games. Let's say this is the start. In Tumbleweed, as I said during the rules, the biggest difference with Go is the fact that you cannot play everywhere on the board. For instance, if I want to play there, okay, with here, with red, it's not allowed. Actually, I can put influence. In red, you can see the place where I am actually allowed to play. So this is the only place where I can play a move. Okay. So you have this concept of influence. You are trying to control the board so that you have really multiple places where you can play. So for instance, let's say that red play this. Of course, the goal is to just kill this one white, and this one white cannot be defended. My previous opponent showed me something, and I will show you there because it's really interesting. If white play this, in this opening. Let's imagine, just to see it, let's imagine that red take directly, and then white is playing there to control the possibilities of red. Let's check the influence now after just 5 moves. Okay, both players play 5 moves. What do you think about the influence? Red can play only in a really small area. He is basically controlled by white. There are not many places where he can play, and white is already, with only 2 stacks, controlling a big part of the board. And when you are controlling a big part of the board and your opponent only a little part, basically we can say that you are probably ahead in this game. Because it's really important, the influence, the place where you can possibly put a stack is really important in Tumbleweed. It's basically the most important concept. So now just come back a little. Red is not forced at the moment to take this one. Let's imagine that red play there instead of taking. Okay? And now control the influence. Now red is everywhere because this move is so important. As you can see, white has no influence anymore because white cannot really play far there. He will have to play something really small like this, but it does not really make a big difference. And he's still gonna lose this, as you can see, so it's horrible. This cannot be defended by white, so white could play something like this maybe, but again he could be killed there, and now the one on the left is under attack. Well, it's really horrible. The position is really horrible actually for white. We can see it directly when we check the influence. So Tumbleweed, on the contrary of many other territory games, has a significant difference on the fact that you cannot play everywhere on the board, and influencing the board is really important. It's probably the main difference between Tumbleweed and the other territory games. Okay, something else also I wanted to say about Tumbleweed is that basically you have influence to check who is ahead, but you have also something which is important. It's basically the numbers that you can see on the board. I mean, in Tumbleweed, you are happy when you have big numbers. The fact is, a 2 is better than a 1, a 3 is better than a 2, a 4 is better than a 3. And of course, the best possible is a 6, okay, because you have only, it's an hexagon, so basically you cannot have stacks better than a 6. And of course, it won't happen many times. Usually you don't need a 6. It's useless because already when you have a 4, it's almost impossible to kill it for your opponent. But basically, having a lot of 1, for instance, you can easily imagine that you're gonna be under attack, because 1s are really easy to kill. You just need 2 stacks that can attack the 1, and you're gonna be killed. So basically, in Tumbleweed, you are happy when you are making big numbers. I'm just showing you how you can attack and try to defend with big number like this. This is basically what you're gonna do when you play. Okay, here I'm attacking again. Every time you play, you try to attack something of your opponent. And okay, for instance, sometimes you can also let the opponent kill you something to kill something to the opponent. It's also possible. For instance, let's imagine that I play a 2 there. I can be killed here, but I can kill there. Okay, so there we had an exchange. Red took me something, but with white I took something to red. Okay, this is basically what you do in Tumbleweed. And to end with these basic strategies, I would like to talk a little about the importance of threes in Tumbleweed. Let me show you something. Of course, if since it's a two-player game, and basically we can imagine that the game will be close. The fact is, usually it will happen really often that white can attack 3 times an hexagon and red can attack 3 times the same hexagon. Okay? For instance, the 2 in the middle there is attacked by 3 red stack, but also by 3 white stack. So this hexagon will be to red or will be to right, to white? What do you think? The thing is, it will be to the one who's gonna take it the first. Let me show you this. If red take it, white cannot take it anymore. Because you need, when you take, to improve the number. So here you need to attack with 4 stacks, but it's not possible since actually this stacks was seen by 3 of white and 3 of red. This is why the 3s are so important, because when you put a 3, it means that the opponent had probably also a 3, but it's too late, you got it. So it's 3-3, but you took the lead. And now, as you can see, when I took this, now the 1 on the bottom of white is under attack because he's attacked by the 3 and by the 1, but the 1 also on the top is attacked by the 3 and by the 1. And so it's insane. For instance, here, let's say that white defend like this, he will lose this, and now this one is also under attack, he will have to defend like this. Well, basically, I want to insist on the fact that the 3s are really, really important. And for instance, it's not the case with a 4. Let me show you just something, but if you understood what I mean. For instance, if I play, let's this. Oh no, I didn't want to play this like that because now the 2 is no. Okay, like this. And let's say that I have a 4. Well, for instance, if you are like this, you don't really need to put a 4 there with red, because when you have 4, it means that your opponent have 2, and white cannot really put a 2 there, because, okay, he put a 2, but now I can directly replace it by a 4, so it would be just useless for white to play there. So this is why the 3s are so important in the game. Because 3 mean actually in terms of influence it's equal. It's 3 red, 3 right. So the guy who will play it the first just gonna win the stack. Okay, I guess it's basically everything I wanted to show on the rules on Tumbleweed and the general strategy. I think I will just end this stream with an analysis of a game, but I will do it really shortly. I won't spend like 2 hours to analyze a game. I will just analyze really briefly the game I played yesterday against Atari, who is actually a really, really good player. So we started with well. I have to display it on the stream. Okay, so this is how we started, and I decided to take red and to play this to attack the 1 stack of white. White decided to extend in the middle. Then I didn't choose to take directly. I wanted to extend. White played a 2 there. Then white is threatening to replace this one by a 2, for instance, or something. So I decided to take now. He attacked me again on the left. So as you can see, this one is attacking the 2 because you have 1, 2, 3. So actually, these 2 could be taken. I decided to defend with a 3. So now these 2 cannot see anymore the 2. So the 2 is under attack only by 2 stacks. And basically with a 3, the corner top left is alive. Okay, as I explained during the first part, you have this concept, and I think this cannot really be killed now by white. Okay, so now we just play all over the board to try to control. Here it's important to see that white is playing in a line. It's really important because if I can play there, and this is my threat, okay, if I can play there with a 2, this 2 of red could not be killed by white because white see it only 2 times. But then after doing this, these 2 would attack the one in the middle, so it would be 1, 2, 3 attacks on the one in the middle, but also 2 attacks on the one on the left, so white would be in real trouble. I'm just defending, red defend, white is defending. Okay, I'm playing there, and here again it's important to see it because it's I guess this is something which happen really often in Tumbleweed. Actually, I put a 2 there to again have a 3 to play there. If I can play there, then I will attack the 2 on the left with 3 stacks, 1, 2, 3, but also the one in the middle with 1, 2, 3. So cutting like this is really interesting for red, but of course white doesn't want this, so white will defend again with the 2 in the middle. Okay, then we are playing something like this. So actually I let white took something in the middle, but I defended the bottom at the moment. White still want to go in the bottom, so we are just actually you can see that with this one my one is under attack here, okay, because he see it 2 times, so it could be replaced by a 2 white. Of course I don't want to let this is why I defended with a 2 so that my one is not under attack anymore, and he is putting another attack. I'm defending, he's playing there. Basically here my 2 is killed. As you can see, I cannot do anything, I cannot reinforce it, and it's attacked 3 times, so this could be replaced by a 3 white, and there is nothing I can do against this. So I'm just playing, and I'm trying to attack here on in the middle right. I'm trying to attack this. Okay, just another move. White here with these 2 is attacking my 2 stacks on the left side. I clearly don't want to let him take this, so I'm defending with a 3 there. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, white is still attacking my 1. As you can see, this 2 is attacking the 1, and this 2 also. So here I'm defending with a strong 3 in the middle. White is still attacking, and now this was maybe the key move. We had the discussion with Atari after the game, and we thought that this move was probably the move where red could get back in the game, because at the moment it seems that white is probably better in the game. But after this move, I put a 1 there, and white is in trouble actually, because these 2 in K7 will be killed by 1, 2, 3, and there is no way white can defend it properly. He could probably do something like playing there, but red could just play there, and finally this gonna die. And then so here this is what is happening. Okay, I killed it in the middle. White is defending the bottom to stay alive. Okay, so with all these 2s he can also kill the 3 here if you want to put a 4, and so he will be alive here on the bottom. But now I can also kill the middle, so I'm trying to get a really big territory at the moment. Okay, he took on the bottom. Now my one is again under attack, so I decided to defend this. Actually, he cannot take with the 2 because I could replace it with the 3, so it would be useless. He's again attacking. Now I decided to go in the middle. Okay. Now white is building a huge territory on bottom right. I decided to counter attack in the middle, so I took the 2 gray neutral in the middle to attack now this one, and also on the left side I'm trying to. Okay, white is defending on the top. Now I'm defending my bottom because here actually this one could be replaced by a 3 white, and then I couldn't do anything against this. So I decided to defend. Maybe here it's unclear what white could kill the bottom if he took the 1, because then the 2 gonna die and many things gonna die. But probably it was not possible to let me take the 1, because if I take the 1 I probably can kill almost everything there in this area, and white wanted probably to secure the area. So I could defend my bottom right. We are building a wall like this. Here I guess I played something nice. I started to play a 3 there so that I'm attacking the middle, and he really didn't want to lose this one, but I think it was the good choice, because if I can take this one, then it would be insane. I could take almost everything there, I imagine. But now I could play a 4 just there, and this 4 is really interesting because he's threatening to take the 2 here in M11, and if I can take these 2, it's really insane, because then I'm attacking everything. And finally, all the bottom right is not for white anymore. I could kill a lot of things there, so he had to defend. So he took my 1 there, so I have only 2 attacks now, and I cannot take anymore. But then I will take the 2 on the top, and now after taking these 2, white is again in trouble on the top. So he tried to defend like this. Okay, we're gonna have an interesting fight on the top right that I will show you also, because in the corners you have usually some attacks that are really interesting. For instance here, okay, I will defend there because I don't want to let him put some 2s there, so he could be alive. Here I am putting a 2 here, okay, and now these 2 will die because I can kill it with a 3, and now it means that these 2 will die also because I can kill it with a 3. So taking this H2 was really important for me because it means that I can take a lot of things. Here also, I guess white tried to trap me because this 3 is not working. Actually, I can put a 3 there, he defend there, and now I can take it with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now he wants to attack on the top left with this 4. He's putting some pressure there, but I will have to defend this 3 because he's attacking 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He was attacking 4 times this 3, so I had to play the 3 there to defend. Now it's interesting. For instance, after this 3, you need to take care about top left. Let's see what's going on in top left. It's interesting. If you understand the concept to be alive, it's really interesting to analyze what is going on actually on top left, because there is only one move that you can do to be sure to be alive. If you don't do it, you're probably gonna die, and it's to play a 2 in C2. Basically, C2, red can put a 2 and white can put a 2, but if you let white control this, then white will add something in D3, and you're gonna have 4 attack on this 3 in C2, and so it's gonna die, and probably everything almost could die there. So to be sure to stay alive, you need to put 2 there. Now it's really okay. These 2 cannot be killed, these 3 cannot be killed, and you are relaxed. Okay, there also you need to understand that basically red is dead there. I mean, this 1 and this 2 cannot be saved. This one will be killed by a 2. This 2 will be killed by a 3. So there is nothing you can do to save this. To save it, this 3 should be red. Since it's white, you're gonna kill all of this. You will see it later. Okay, now we are just basically closing everything on the board because okay, and as you could see, I just defended there with a 3, but I know that my 1 and 2 gonna die. And now we are just closing everything, and now the game is over. You don't need to really close really perfectly everything, because in Tumbleweed, what are actually the points? You have 1 point per stack. I mean, this is not 4 points, this is 1 point, of course. I mean, you have 1 point per cells that you actually own, okay? But you have also 1 point per cells that you control. A control cell is a cell where you have more attack on this cell than the opponent. So for instance, let's take this H15, okay? Red is attacking it 1, 2, 3 times. White is attacking it 0 times. So this is a point for red, okay? Same for there. So all these are points for red. These are points for white, of course. For instance, if you take this one in M10, M10 is 1 point for white because red is attacking 1, 2, but white is attacking 1, 2, 3. So white is attacking it 1 more time. So this is 1 point for white. So this is basically how you count the points. And you should understand that it's useless to still play in this game. For instance, if red play a 2 there to say, no, it's mine, okay, you play a 2 there, and white will just replace it with a 3 just after. So finally, you didn't get anything. It was a white point, and it's still a white point. So there is nothing you gain there. So basically here the game is over, and so it was a really close game because I won 86 to 83, 3 points on an 8 by 8 board is really close. It was a really great game, and well, that's all for Tumbleweed. I wanted to make this general presentation, giving some basic strategy, my insight about the game, and I really like it, to be honest. I really like the game. It's really nice. It's quite different of the other territory games because of the influence. This is the major part of the Tumbleweed game. It's how it's really original. You cannot play everywhere you want on the board. You need to have an influence so that you can play at this place, and it changes actually everything on how you can play or not, and it makes Tumbleweed, I guess, really unique, and I really like this, to be honest. I really like this. It's really well done, and I guess I will stream some more Tumbleweed games soon, since I am playing the 3rd Tumbleweed Open at the moment, and I won my 2 first games in the Open, so it's going well at the moment. So I hope I can continue like this, and I hope you enjoy the presentation, and maybe you're gonna also play some Tumbleweed games. That's all for tonight. I hope you enjoy the game, and bye bye. See you soon.